It's not because you think you are who you are. It's not because you have data of never having built muscles that the law of this universe are not going to work. I want you to think about gravity. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you led yourself to become. Your body is going to change. And I dare you to try it and prove otherwise. Most men are already aware of the impact of push-ups in life, but still, they keep procrastinating starting to do their push-ups. In this video, I'm going to share with you my process to make sure that every single day I do minimum 120 push-ups. But before I share with you the process, you need to understand why it is important. As a human, you are made of 4 portions, 4 folds: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Each of these aspects must be worked on in order for you to raise your vibration. Often we speak about vibration. You can see vibration as the quality measure of your energy. The more you take care of your 4-fold beings, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical, the more your vibration is going to be high, which means the more the quality of your energy, the quality of your life force is going to be high. And this is what people are going to perceive when you are outside, when you go and buy bread, when you are in the subway, whatever, but mostly that you are going to experience yourself, because you spend most of the time with you than with any other person. If working on your 4 aspects actually increase the quality of your energy, therefore you understand why having a routine of doing push-ups is going to be heavily beneficial for you. But why push-up? Why not something else? Well, especially for us men, we know how important this part of the body is, right? Like from you to yourself, when you look at yourself in the mirror, when you go to the beach, when you go to a party, depending on the shirt that you have on, this is the party that says a lot about who you are, about your habits, how you structure your day. So going into push-ups is going to give you that manly aspect. You know, you're going to start seeing the curve here on your body. You're going to see your chest being really developed. My wife started telling me that, babe, you have titties. I was like, damn, these are the best titties in the world, because I developed them at 38. Can you imagine? So push-up is actually going to give you that inner confidence that's already in you, but now you're going to be able to see it. And when you see it, you will remember who you are. That's why we are going for push-ups. For some people, I suggest them jumping jacks. But why jumping jacks in the first place? Then listen to this. It's because when you come from a place where you never exercise, you don't even see the value in exercising, but you understand that, oh my God, in order for me to live the type of life that I see in my mind, I need to change my body. Well, push-ups might not be the first thing that you need to do. Maybe it's going to be jumping jacks. Right? But because I want you to get that confidence, because I want you to look back and see from where you came and who you are now, and you're going to be like, damn, I can do this, then I can do anything else. My method to do push-up is that I do push-ups every day before I take my shower. No shower without push-ups. No shower without push-ups, always. And now I'm doing 30 push-ups every time that I go on the floor. But it doesn't mean that you need to start at 30. There was a time where I was doing 5. I was doing 5, my man, because 10 was too heavy. 10, I was out of breath. But the more I did 5, the more I could do 5. The easier I could do 5. And then it became 7, and then it became 10, and then it became 15. Start where you are. But here's the rule. Go on the floor, do your max out, and then understand that throughout the day, you must only do 70% of your max, not 100%. Only 70% of your max, because when you do your max all the time, your muscles end up being sore, they end up being tired, they end up being frustrated because you push them to the max. And then the next day you feel the pain. When you do 70%, and I am telling you this from the 4, 5, 6 last months of experience, you can do them multiple times during the day and you are still fine. You're still fine. So you go on the floor, you do your max, and from the next day you understand that, okay, you are going to do 70%. So if your max is 10, then you're going to do 7. If your max is 20, you're going to do 14. Okay? So one before shower, once I sit on my desk to work, the first time I stand up to go and do anything else, another set of push-ups. The first time that I leave my desk to go and do anything else, another set of push-ups. So what does it mean? It means potentially before I am even at 11 a.m., I already did 50% of my push-up. Now, right before I eat, when I put my food on the table, right before I eat, I go on the ground, another set of push-ups. I'm already at 75% of my target. You get that? Because it's 30, 30, 60, 30, 90. So it means between 12 p.m. and 11 p.m., which is the time where I want to start going to bed, but mostly it's midnight or 1 a.m., I only have one set to go. But guess what? I always end up doing more. Then I end up doing more than 120. I used to go to the calisthenic. I started this journey by thinking, I need to go to the gym. Oh my God, I need to go to the gym. Then you take the gym membership, you go a few times, and then the distance becomes annoying. Then I remember that I have a calisthenic park 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes by foot away from home. I started going there really enthusiastic, and then the distance again became a problem. But you know where I don't have a distance or the distance is minimalized? Is the distance between when I'm standing and when I go on the ground. That's the only distance that I have now. So you can simplify this process. And again, I told you, you do not need to do 30 push-ups. Go on the ground, do your max, and then do the math to see the 70%. You are going to have the results whether you want it or not. Because listen to this, the law of the universe are always working. What do I mean by that? It's not because you think you are who you are. It's not because you have data of never having built muscles that the law of this universe are not going to work. And the reason why I am throwing this in the air is because I want you to think about a law that we all know, which is, in French we call it la loi de la pesanteur. I don't know the name in English. I think I'm going to put it somewhere there. Gravity. Got it. Gravity. It's not because I am who I am. It's not because I think I am who I am that because I'm going to put this thing in the air, that it's going to stay there. It still applies to the gravity. So it means if you just do your job to do 4 repetitions of your push-ups every single day, now I recommend you to take 1 or 2 days off, but every single day if you can. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you led yourself to become. Your body is going to change. And I dare you to try it and prove otherwise. The law of this universe, of this planet applies to all of us. So you have to do your part. You have to go on the ground, do your push-ups, and let your body do the rest. Because think about it. It's not even you doing the work. It's not even you turning it into muscles. Everything is already here. All the engineering is already done. What you need to do is to go on the ground and do your effing push-ups. Bro, I'm telling you, the way your life is changing when your body changes, the way your perception of yourself changes, therefore your reality changes, because your reality is nothing but the result of your perception. So when you start seeing yourself differently, everything shifts. It's only a matter of time for the other people outside of you to shift. But it starts within. That's the ultimate game. So now the question is, what are you going to do? You just got the information that between now and the next 2 months, your body can already change. And the rest, you will just have to maintain it. For the last 2 months, I only went to the calisthenic park once. But you know what I do every day? My 30 push-ups, 4 times a day. Let me introduce you to the sponsor of this episode. It is me. You are now aware that with the power of habits, you can change your life. That's why I put together an 8-week challenge. Every single week, you receive 1 email to help you implement 1 habit that takes less than 2 minutes per day. That means after 8 weeks, you end up with 8 stacked habits, and you have the proof that you became exactly who you already knew you were. So if you want to join the 8-week challenge, make sure to join the wait list by clicking the link in the description. Now, let's continue. Habits are literally everything. So make sure that you take care of yourself. Understand that no one is going to do the work for you. That in this planet, on this earth, you are the master of your life. And the only vehicle that you have to go through every single thing, every single places, every single circumstances in this lifetime is this body. And no one is going to take care of it if not you.